Hello everybody, Dead Man's Macaroni here. Get your macaroni ready because this is part 2 of Plants vs. Zombies. And there's no... okay, never mind, there's sound. Hang on a second, I think the music volume might actually be down. It did this earlier when I tried to record this, or when I recorded the first episode this morning. The music turned off for some reason. Yeah, it looks like it's doing it again. Yeah, it did it again. Wow. That's a bit weird. But anyway, enough about that. Let's move on to level 1-5. Greetings, neighbor. The name's Crazy Dave. But you can just call me Crazy Dave. Listen, I've got a surprise for you. But first, I'll need you to clear your lawn. Use your shovel and dig up those plants. Let the digging commence. So if you remember at the end of the first episode, we got this shovel. And basically all it does is it lets you dig up old plants. Okay, goody. Now for the surprise. We're going bowling. Here, take this walnut. Why'd I put a walnut in your hand? Because I'm crazy. Now we'll go bowl me a winner. Yep, I sure will. Crazy Dave. So this is kind of fun. It's kind of easy as well, but it's fun. Most things you do in the first level are going to be easy. Now the red walnuts are explosive, so save those for larger groups of zombies, I would recommend. Let's just kill this one. Send another one down. Is that going to hit both of them? Oh man, that'd have been cool if it did. Okay, it's got a weird hit pattern there. But it works. And then that's something else you can do is you can get combos on the zombies. Like bounce the walnut off of one, it'll go hit the other one. You want to try to do that. Because obviously they're only giving you so many walnuts in a certain time period. And if you don't have enough and you have too many zombies, well, it can be a problem. The only problem is you don't know which way the walnut's going to go. Unless it's like, it might be just drawn to other zombies. I'm not sure if it just automatically goes towards whatever side there's zombies on. That would be interesting if it did, but I don't think it does. So this level's already almost over. It's just the first bowling level, so it's pretty simple, but if I remember right, there's at least one more time where we have to do this. Maybe that's a mini game or something. But as I said in the last episode, mini games, if I do them, they're probably going to be like in bonus episodes at the end because they're stupidly expensive in this version of the game. They cost like 150,000 coins each, and that's just ridiculous. So, yeah. Alright, final wave. And that's where a couple of explosive walnuts would have came in handy, but one will be enough to clear out a decent amount of them. That's pretty much all there is to it. Let's see if we can get a combo. Alright, cool. And this is where we get the potato mine. Potato mines are useful in the beginning. Explodes on contact, but takes time to arm itself. So yeah, you want to throw them out like early on in levels. Looks like we've got some javelin guys here, so we'll see them in a minute, and I'll explain the gimmick to them. The music in this game is so addictive. I love it. Can't get enough of it. So you just see which row the first zombie comes out in and throw them out there. And I usually do that for the first few zombies, at least until I have a full row of sunflowers. And then I can start kind of devoting my sun to other plants like artillery and all that. Because obviously you do want to be getting that stuff out there as soon as possible. Apparently we can already start doing that, so let's just go for it. Should have waited to see where the second zombie was going to come out. but whatever. We'll be able to get another one out there soon enough, just like that. Spadoo achievement. Okay. So yeah, at this point we just got to build up our artillery. Again, it's just the problem is we can't really do anything too terribly interesting right now because we really don't have enough plants yet to really mess around with too much. So probably just gonna be doing basic setups for a little while, but that's all right because the basic setup is usually the best way to win. Well, not usually, but in a lot of cases it is. So here comes the javelin guy, and his gimmick is that he can jump over things. He can jump over one plant. So I like to throw out a walnut or some plant of little value. A walnut is of course of value, but it's going to benefit you really wherever you put it. So, oh boy. Let's see if he'll jump over the... Yeah, he will. Okay, cool. Because the problem with the walnuts, they take a long time to recharge. Normally I don't put the walnuts out so far, but I think I'm going to this time. So we have more space to throw out artillery. Actually, we're not going to need it. I don't know what I'm talking about because the level's already almost over. So by the time we get a row of walnuts out there, it's going to be over. So it doesn't really matter. It's the way it is in early on levels. Oh boy. Yeah. Level's almost over. So there's different, they're not really worlds. There's a day and night and day and night and then day. There's 5 little sections, 5, groups of levels, and in each group there's 10 levels. And each group, or whatever you want to call it, as you may have guessed, has its own little gimmick to it. I'm not going to explain them right now, I just wanted to point that out real quick. Surprised that potato mine hasn't gone off yet, kind of. Not really, actually, because... I mean, 2 rows of pea shooters in these early on levels, you're pretty much covered. Like, there's really nothing that's going to get through that. And then 3 rows is just overkill, but if you got nothing else to use your sun on, you might as well. So we finally have a new type of artillery. I actually like this plant quite a bit, but I don't use them too terribly often. But I find myself using them every now and again. They definitely can be useful. Again, sorry if you can hear the dogs barking out there, but you know, usually I don't actually hear them in the background when I'm listening back over the recording or whatever. So shouldn't be a problem. Sometimes you just can't help but sing along, and it's such great music. Got that right there, I guess. Doesn't really matter where you put the pea shooter, because eventually you're gonna have them all covered anyway, so. Put that there. Getting some damage on that guy. Okay. I'm sorry about these pauses in the commentary. It's just early on in this game, it's not, as I said before, it's not super interesting, so it's kind of hard to think of something to talk about. On the topic of gardening, I've been doing a lot of gardening recently. I guess that's something to say. Getting around to that season again. I love it. Because it's, in my opinion, it's much better to grow your own food and grow your own ingredients rather than buy them from the store. I mean, obviously, I buy them some from the store because, you know, that's just the world that we live in. You're probably gonna buy stuff from the store. Not that I actually, now I think about it, I could grow whatever I wanted all year round. Not whatever I wanted, obviously, but there's certain things that you... I'm gonna stop talking about this right now because I'm getting too into it. So, enough about the gardening. So that's what the frozen peas do. I forget what they were called. They just freeze the zombies and slow them down. And they actually slow them down quite a bit, so they're pretty useful, in my opinion. Let's throw this out. Get him down. Down a javelin. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out here. Keep on picking up that sun. Really not too much else you can do half the time. You know, is kind of why I don't really know why the game is so addictive, because there's really not that much to it. It's fairly basic, but it is addictive. I don't know how to explain it. It is. I can play it for hours. And I have. And I will. Just try and stop me. Nah. Get out all of our freeze peas, and I mean, if you're gonna have freeze peas, you might as well have them on all rows so that you're getting zombies slowed down all rows. And when you got freeze peas and a javelin zombie, you don't really need to throw anything out there because they'll get him before they'll usually get him before he reaches them anyway, so, you know. One thing I would like to point out, though, why is there no female zombies? I'm just saying, that's a bit weird. I don't think you see any female zombies throughout the game. I don't know, maybe it just doesn't matter. We've got an unused row here, but the thing is, throwing out more pea shooters at this point is just kind of overkill, because as you can plainly see, we don't need them. So I'm not going to do it. I don't see the point. Just going to wait for the final wave to come, and then I'm going to throw out a cherry bomb. And yes, I'm spoiling my plan, but I don't care. Here comes a cherry bomb. And come on, zombies. Come on out. Don't be shy. Throw that right there. Should have waited for more to come onto the screen. Don't know why I did that, but whatever. So I'm pretty sure we already all know how this is going to end. We're going to kill all these zombies and emerge victorious, but that's one problem that I've had in this, is that a lot of times I'll accidentally click the shovel while I'm collecting sun, but surprisingly enough, I've never actually lost a plant by doing that. Well, maybe a few times, but... So, the Chomper devours a zombie whole, but is vulnerable while chewing. So, what you want to do with these guys is... There's a couple different things you can do. You can either... Oh, yes, now we actually have to choose our plants. I want, you know, I think we'll be fine with just freeze peas for right now. Potato mines I want. Cherry bombs. Come on. Chompers and walnuts. So there's a couple different things you can do with chompers, like good strategies to use. You can either put them behind a row of walnuts, or you can have a row of chompers in front of a row of chompers. Because then while the front row of chompers is chewing, the back row of chompers will take out any zombies, like another zombie that comes up, because they'll be able to go 2 rows in front of them. So that's worth noting. And I haven't been planting anything this whole time. What am I doing? Need to get your sunflowers out here, man. Got too drawn up in explaining that or whatever. Don't try to make excuses, man. Come on. Whatever. Only drawback to the freeze peas is that they cost a bit more, so that can be a problem, but it's usually not. You just gotta get your sunflowers out there and you should be pretty well stocked in sun. Boy. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do on this level. I haven't decided yet how I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 2 rows of chompers, a row of chompers and walnuts. I don't think we're gonna need more than a row of freeze peas, but maybe I'll do 2 eventually. I don't know, maybe I should stop talking about my plan for the future of this level. It's not here yet, man. Just wait for it to come and do whatever comes naturally at that point. Okay, hopefully he's not too close to kill. Yeah, it should be fine, because that slows him down so much, so hopefully it'll be fine. Of course it'll be fine. What am I talking about? I'm not worried at all. See, there he goes. For him, we might want to get a second one out there. Oh boy, we got a bucket head. I don't know if we've seen one of these yet, but bucket heads take forever to kill. So I'm actually going to throw a potato mine out there just for the sake of using them, because we brought them, so we might as well. And we still don't have that row, this top row protected yet, so let's get one out here. Maybe I will go 2 rows of freeze peas since I already got one extra one out there. I don't know. I don't know how many levels I want to do in this episode. Actually, let's get some chompers out here. And start chompers on the 3rd row. Why not? They probably won't get too used if they're that far back, but that's okay. Because you don't want them to be used too much, because they need time in between zombies to chew. Luckily they're not too expensive, you know. I think that once you get about 200, things start costing about 200 sun, then they're remotely expensive. That's really still not even that expensive though. Well, then again, saying that 175 isn't expensive when 200 is expensive is the same as saying that 99 cents isn't expensive when $1 is expensive. And neither one of those statements is really super true. I mean, yeah, it really all depends, you know. Oh boy. Started off the episode, couldn't think of anything to say, and now I'm getting too deep into topics, so That's not a bad thing, necessarily. I think I'm gonna go Chompers Walnuts this time, instead of Chompers. But if you do 2 rows of Chompers, you don't want to put out a row of Walnuts, because then the row of Chompers behind the first row of Chompers isn't going to get used at all until the zombies get through the Walnuts. So that's worth noting, I would say. Might as well throw these out here. So don't really have anything else to spend the sun on. Wait, was that the final wave? Was that really the final wave? I'm just gonna put... Oh, wow, it gets wasted. Whatever. So now we get the repeater. And this... After you get this, there's really no point in using the normal pea shooter anymore. I think we can do one more level. And then I'm probably gonna end this episode. Let's go. We have to get sunflowers. It's a primary. Potato mines. Let's go repeaters. Cherry bombs. We probably won't need freeze peas, so let's just go chompers and walnuts. Because we have repeaters, and there's nothing too terribly hard in this level, so... Nothing that we haven't seen before. I'd say we should be fine. You can usually get a couple of sunflowers out before the zombies start coming, but... They won't let you get a full row. They'll never let you get a full row. It's always 3. It's always on the 3rd one. If you're planting them, like as soon as you possibly can, the zombies will always start coming right once you throw out your 3rd sunflower. I'm pretty sure anyway. That's how it's always been for me. Alright, throw out that. Another drawback to the repeaters, they're twice as expensive as a pea shooter, but they shoot out twice as many peas at one time, so I'd say that's more than fair trade. And I really don't notice it too much, because you can raise up 200 sun pretty quickly if you have the right amount of sunflowers. Which, for me, is usually about 1 row. On certain levels, you might want to throw out a couple more. I usually don't, but I have before. Because sometimes you just need the extra sun. You know, if you're failing a level, you know, try throwing out a couple more sunflowers and you should get it, but that's usually not too much of a problem. Okay, we got a cone head coming, so I'd really like to get something on that row as soon as possible. Why did he only shoot 1 pea? That was weird. Unless they do that on their first shot. I've never noticed that before. Maybe it was just a glitch. Who cares? It's not that important. I love the graphics of this game. The design, the music, the sound effects. It's all just great. I guess there's kind of a new game plus in this. I mean, in the second playthrough, the only difference is, it automatically selects 3 of your plants for you. So your first 3 seed slots will always be taken up by, random plants. But I know that looks bad right now because with the setup we have right now, we only have 3 more seed packets. But I think I mentioned this in the last episode actually. Eventually you can buy more seed packets, and I'm pretty sure after you buy them, you have them in the next playthrough as well. I guess we can do 2 rows of repeaters, even though that's a bit overkill. 'Cause that's 4 peas per row. But that's okay. Nothing wrong with some overkill, if you ask me. Just gonna throw out a cherry bomb. See if we can get the sun. Come on, give me another one, give me another one. Okay. Wait for a couple more to get out here. I'll throw that out. You know, actually, I'm not gonna waste it on dummy zombies. That's not smart at all. We'll just save his cherry bomb for the final wave, shall we? That'll probably be smarter. So it looks like the levels are starting to have a couple more waves than just one, which is good. But that also makes them longer, which isn't a bad thing. It just means that as we get a little bit farther in, I'm going to be doing less levels in each episode. So I'm just putting that out there right now so that it doesn't come as a shock later on. Okay, I hope, I'm gonna throw that out there. Because I didn't want him to jump over my first repeater, because repeaters are a bit expensive to lose. They cost too much to just have them die. I mean, if they do, they do, but... Okay, he died really fast. We may as well throw out some walnuts. Oh no, he's got... Okay, good, I was gonna say that Javelin Zombie's gonna jump over this walnut and go right through that chomper. But nope, didn't happen. Alright, at this point I think we've pretty much got this battle won. I mean, it's still a bit early to be saying that, but it appears that we do. They still have to send out their final wave, but, you know, I just really don't think there's very much that's going to save them right now. Try as they might. I don't think it's going to work. Alright, wait for a couple to get on the screen, and then boom! I think we took out a few bucket heads there. Throw this out here. I don't care if he gets eaten, because you know what? That was just to get rid of that cone head faster. Okay, we got a note. Was this really level 1-9? I didn't realize that. Hello, we're about to launch an all-out attack on your house. Sincerely, the zombies. So, we're going to be doing that in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. See ya then.